What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, yes, indeed, I finally gave Season 2 a go. We ran it up. We got a lot of stuff done. Of course, thank you to everybody who tuned into the live stream. I am going to be streaming again today, probably around 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern time. So, of course, if you guys are interested in seeing me play it a little bit more, grind it out, get some more content, of course, and, obviously test everything across the board in deeper detail, by all means, I have a link to my Kick channel down in the description of this video. But guys, today I'm just going to give you guys my initial first impressions, and I'll be real. I am actually impressed, and I see enough content here that will last me a decent ways. Now, of course, I can't really determine that just yet. I'm going to give that a little bit of time because, obviously a week could go by depending on how much we play the game, and the maps could already be getting stale. But I'll be real, the variety between the 3 maps that we have gotten within this update are really solid. I am disappointed that, of course, they do Stash House 24/7. I like it. I really enjoy Stash House. I think it's a better version of Shipment. That's what I would, say about it. I still think Meat is still far superior out of all the small maps I've ever played, and I'm not a small map fan. So I guess my opinion isn't as important as someone else's opinion who literally only wants to play maps like this. I prefer medium to large, but when it does come to small styled maps, it's a cool concept. It's interesting, it's fun. It's definitely claustrophobic once you get up into the building, but if you can rotate it, learn, the routes and understand how to play, it actually becomes quite addicting. But, I want to play all the maps. I hate having to go into the quick play, browser and lobby surf. I don't like lobby surfing. I like to just literally get into the match. It doesn't matter. I'm all about time, speed, getting into the game, and obviously prioritizing connection. I don't really lobby surf. I don't look for different enemies or look for maps. I just take what I get and I run with it, and we see how the game goes, And that's another thing about the stream. A lot of people do enjoy that, and they enjoy the genuine matches. So, of course, like I said, if you guys want to check it out live and in action, and even hop into the games, because we do open lobbies over there. Link to my Kick channel down below. But, man, all the maps, though, are just fantastic. And I'm hoping that they put in a 24/7 playlist a little bit later. I'll be real with you guys, even though I think the majority of you guys are going to say Stash House is the best because, like I said, the Call of Duty community loves their small map designs. I think Departure is phenomenal. I think that map design in particular is so freaking good, and I love the atmosphere of it as well. And I want to continue to learn it, but again, it's no 24/7 playlist, so it's a little rough to get it sometimes. And Vista, that map is just gorgeous. It's a little bit tougher to learn, though. It gives me what's it again? Grease vibes from Modern Warfare 3 Season 1, where it's a lot of, flank routes into the middle of the map. It's a lot of learning to do on this map. So this one isn't going to come as easy, and I feel like a lot of people are going to be angry at this map the most. Anytime it's a learning curve, that's usually when the community gets pissed off and they say they hate the map. And that map is definitely one of them. Although I'll say it is absolutely gorgeous. But again, I think the majority of you guys are going to say Stash House is the best. But all 3 of them, I'm very impressed. Again, I say this every single time they put new maps into, a Call of Duty game, or not just any Call of Duty game, but Modern Warfare 3 here. Every time they do that, I always say it just makes me wonder what this game would be like if we got all original maps at launch and they, slowly trickled through the Modern Warfare 2 content, because I love the style of maps that they have been introducing into this game. Pretty much all playstyles are welcome. SMGs, ARs, snipers, LMGs, a lot of them take a lot of learning. It's not just going to be a map that you hop into and, automatically know everything. That's what I hate about maps. When I play a map, I want it to be fun, have a lot of variety. So when, I come back and play it, it'll be different every single time. I guess a better choice of words should have been, replayability, right? You want a better replayability factor to these maps. And when it's a lot of different ways and routes and play styles involved, you can literally hop on that map so many different times and it'll always feel like a unique experience. And that's what I look for. I know a lot of people like the 3-lane basic maps, hold 1 lane out of the 3 and just, mow people down. And it's fun. It's definitely fun. But I like the variety that they have here, and I hope that they keep continuing pushing these style of maps out. I know DOS House is coming mid-season, but, it is what it is. I still haven't tried the weapons yet. The weapons are in the Battle Pass. I'm going to be grinding that out a little bit further. Like I said, hopefully today in stream, I'll be able to unlock them. But the war map, ladies and gentlemen, oh my goodness, I am in love. I'm going to have a whole separate video diving deep into this, but the way they combined zombies and just all that stuff into the flow of the actual war experience, it is a banger. It's a banger. It honestly puts the first map kind of to shame. It really does. But again, like I said, we'll talk a little bit deeper about that, in another video. Horde Point was definitely enjoyable. That's a brand new game mode being introduced. And, zombie fans kind of got screwed over this time around. So to have something like that is kind of nice. So if you do enjoy zombies mixed with a little bit of multiplayer, that could be a lot of fun for you guys. I think you would probably enjoy that. And the weapons, man. Again, they didn't really touch too much on the ARs, SMGs, besides the Striker, really, that called a buff, and it was actually really good. But the Sidewinder, ladies and gentlemen, the Sidewinder, it is really freaking fun. It's still not very dominant. I'll be real. Even though I'm saying it's really fun, I have to say this regardless. It's not going to be beaming, like your Baz or your MCWs and all that other stuff. It's going to have some trouble from time to time, but the consistency is finally there, kind of. Does that make any sense? You can use it and still feel like you are doing some type of work, and it doesn't feel like a chore to use against, sweatier opponents. You might not stomp out everybody, but man, when you find the right lobbies and you find the right maps, of course, as well, to use that weapon on, it's a lot of fun. I'll be honest, it's a lot of fun. And I'm happy that they made the proper fixes to the weapon, because I was worried that they're going to keep buffing it in the wrong way. Again, this whole update kind of shows me that the team at Sledgehammer kind of do play their game. You know what I'm saying? They understand because they are using the weapon itself. It's not like they're just, on the side. It's like, oh, the whole community is complaining about this. Let's look into the stats of it and just figure something out and then throw out a random update. No, like, it feels like this team is legitimately playing the game. They're using the weapons in actual public matches, seeing how it feels against other competitive players, casual players, and working on the weapons accordingly. Because every single weapon update has been a banger, an absolute banger. I see people complaining about it all the time, but I literally don't see where the complaints could possibly come from. Not even a single bit. The first assault rifle update was a phenomenal update. It instantly fixed all the burst weapons and added a little bit more variety to the mix. The second update for SMGs, also phenomenal. Really good. It was a little bit underwhelming, though, of course. The Striker and then obviously the AMR needed a bit more work still, but it was a lot better than what it was before. And then the third weapon update automatically fixed AMR and then the Striker 9. And pretty much all the guns across the board are feeling really good. And they're working on the LMGs now to make them more, usable in the public match environment. A lot of the battle rifles are really fun to use. And now with the Sidewinder being built up a little bit, it's actually a little bit more viable. And it's actually a fun option to throw into the mix. Guys, Sledgehammer has been absolutely killing it this year. You could say what you want about this game, and I agree. The fact that, they couldn't even know if it was going to be DLC or full-fledged out project because of Activision behind the scenes, and people don't want to pay the $70 price tag, and skill-based matchmaking, all that stuff. I understand. I really do. But when it comes down to a core game, Sledgehammer's been doing a good job, man. A good job. I have not seen this from a development team in ages, and I'm talking about across the board. I remember covering Battlefield 2042 a lot. Do you know how long it took to get updates on that game? And I'm still looking at content creators talking about Battlefield 2042 current date, and they're still struggling to get updates out. I'm watching these videos, and I'm thinking to myself, once again, do they even, if they played the game, they would understand exactly what to fix for the weapons, but they're still not fixing it correctly. They're still doing it incorrectly. I don't understand. It's so simple. Just play the game and understand what's wrong with it. You could easily pinpoint the problems. And that goes for a ton of games across the board. Developers are having trouble because I don't know if they're actually passionate about the games that they're making. I'm not talking about everybody, but it seems a decent amount of people out there kind of are. And Sledgehammer is showing some of that passion. And then when it comes to the relining of, where your crosshair is for PC players and also for console players, that's a great adjustment as well. It works fantastic. I'm going to do a bit more deep diving to see if it really is, what we want out of the aiming in this game. But seriously, definitely a difference between what it was in the past. And you could tell too, because when I got into the game, I was getting whooped. It felt so unnatural because, like I said, it's weird because we play with this type of stuff all the time. We play with games that have poor optimization for mouse, input and all that stuff. And if you like the game and you keep playing it, you will get adjusted to it. You will just naturally get adjusted to it. And having it fixed a little bit more now, it felt so awkward. I was like, whoa, hold on a minute. What am I playing here? This doesn't feel natural. When in reality, it's way more natural than what I was playing. But I got so accustomed to a horrible playstyle that it just became second nature to me. I didn't even know what it felt like to be nice anymore. But honestly, it's a good upgrade. And same thing with the health regeneration. The gameplay, honestly, I feel like it's picked up the pace quite a bit. People are being a lot more aggressive, flanking, rotating. It's pretty impressive to see, man. It's pretty impressive to see a team do everything that the community has asked for. It's really quite impressive. And just to go ahead and rewind a little bit back to the weapons, the best part about it is that now that the majority of the weapons, since they're balanced out pretty nicely in multiplayer, they can hyper-focus the Modern Warfare 2 weapons to add a massive catalog of stuff to use within this game. Again, don't let people push you away from using variety in this game, okay? Everybody who says you are horrible at the game because you're using Modern Warfare 2 guns can literally just get out the title, okay? Enjoy everything. There's so much stuff to play with in this game. So many weapons, so much variety. Troll classes, sweat classes, fun classes, awkward classes, whatever you want to do. It's so much stuff. And nobody's using anything because I feel like the community is just a bunch of douches. So seriously, enjoy the game. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the style that you want to enjoy and have fun with it. But back to what I was saying. Now that all the Modern Warfare 3 weapons are kind of balanced out, they can hyper-focus the Modern Warfare 2 stuff to make everything viable. And after this recent update where they sped up the Modern Warfare 2 weapons, I'll be real, it feels better. It feels better, but I think there's still some work that could be done. But like I said, now that all the other guns in Modern Warfare 3 are pretty much nicely balanced across the board, minus the new weapons, I have no clue. I haven't unlocked them yet, so we'll see how that goes. But again, 2 weapons compared to the whole catalog, I don't mind. They can add the 2 weapons into the workings of, the Modern Warfare 2 guns as well. They can get it all done. I believe in them. But as I was saying, if they just work on the Modern Warfare 2 weapons a little bit more, I think that this game will probably be one of the best that we've played in the past 5 years, hands down. It already really is. It already really is. It's between this and Black Ops Cold War, and honestly, I'm about to just say this one is better at this point, just because of the support alone. Just because of the support alone from Sledgehammer Games. Skill-based matchmaking is in all those titles, so that's always going to be a downfall. But if I were to pick which one I would consistently hop on, it would be this one. I was nowhere as just sucked into the life cycle of any of those games at this current point in time. By the time of Season 2 and all those games, I was already starting to get fed up, okay? Modern Warfare 3 has its fair share of problems, and I will always cover both sides on this channel. You guys know this. I'm never going to be single-minded whatsoever. So again, if you can't handle that, if you don't like that, this is not the channel for you. I'm always going to cover the good. I will praise the good, and if it's bad, I will definitely tell you it's bad, and I'll tell you exactly why it's bad. Constructive criticism, right? But this game right here has kept me pretty happy. I even when I hit max level, I still want to come back and grind for weekly missions, get new attachments, grind for the camos. There's always something to work towards along the battle pass. You have the battle pass in the game as well, and they are consistently adding in pretty decent content. I'll be real, between new game modes being cycling through, new maps being cycling through. I can't lie. This has been the better side of live service within Call of Duty. If we have to have live service, I'd rather it point in this direction. And if Microsoft really means what they say when they say that, the Call of Duty universe is going to really get crazy when it comes to content in the future, if they really mean that, I'm curious to see what the rest of it's going to look like. But guys, that's my first initial impressions of Season 2 right here. Again, make sure you guys are subscribed and you guys have hit the bell on this channel because I'm going to be posting a ton of content. I will probably have a second upload probably around maybe 3-4 p.m. Eastern time today because, again, it's a ton of stuff I want to go ahead and discuss. I want to get it out to you guys as soon as possible. I don't want to space it out too far. So, again, a lot of Season 2 content, a lot of, reviews, critiques, rants, positive stuff, whatever you want, I got it coming down the pipeline on this channel. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, as always, subscribe, hit that bell. If you enjoy, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget, I do stream indeed over on Kick around I'll say 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern time. I got a link to that down in the description of this video. And also, I do have a couple other channels like Twitter and Discord, which are also down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you all next one. Peace out.